Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, madam.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, madam.
Okay. We are going to continue to the complex number under the De Moivre's theorem. Okay, De Moivre's theorem. So this morning we have learned about how we can write down the complex number in polar format. Okay, so I highlight the equation z equal to r in the bracket cos theta plus j sin theta. So here you can change j to I for the imaginary symbol. So in the De Moivre's theorem, it states that whenever we have complex number z to the power n, so it is equal to r to the power n, okay, times cos n theta plus I sin theta. Here, something like this. But yeah, now I highlight this equation, right? So in the equations, on the right hand side, we have r to the power n times cos theta plus j sin theta to the power of n, which is also the one containing 0 is equal to here. Okay, the second one. Okay, so that means in summary, it is equal to here plus 1. So as engineering student, basically you just need to know how to apply the theorem, okay? Not to know how to derive these kinds of equations. Okay, so there's no need because mostly engineering students just wanted to apply the concept. Okay, so we are going to see the example how we can use the De Moivre's theorem when your n is not into a fraction. Let's say n is any value that is good for counting numbers. Okay, for example, n is 2, n is 3, n is 4, not in the decimal. Let's say if n is 0.5 or maybe 0.3, so you cannot use De Moivre's theorem. You have the condition that in this De Moivre's theorem, the value is starts from 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, so we are going to do this example 1.17.
Yes, madam.
Sorry, eh. Okay, you can hear me, right?
Yes, madam.
Yes,
Okay. We'll start the first one. See the question that we have R cos theta plus J sin theta. Can we compare that, right? If we compare the general form with this one, what do you think? R value?
It's 3.
Okay, so the theta
75.
75. Okay, the unit is in degree. Okay, now sometimes your angle can be represented in radian. Okay, so in radian. So one way is you can use the conversions from degree to radian such that pi radian is 180. Okay, so you can use these kinds of conversion. So instead using degree unit, you can convert into a radian value in terms of pi symbol. Okay, so since we have the angle represented in degree, so we can just use a degree unit. Okay, now if we compare with these rules, right? The De Moivre's theorem just now. So this part you no need to memorize, yeah. So it will be given. Okay. So now we want to calculate z to the power 2. Okay. So what is your n value in this case? What is your n value? What is your n value from the question? Calculate z to the power of 2. So what is your n value?
2.
Yes, correct. Okay, so you can compare with this De Moivre's theorem, right? Because the question asks us to calculate z to the power of 2. That means your n is 2. Okay, so from the De Moivre's theorem shown here in this arrow green color, so you can use directly the theorem. Okay, so this z power 2, okay, is equal to your r. This is our r. So here we have 3 to the power of 2. The brackets, then we have cos. Our n is 2. Okay, then we times out with our theta, which is 75 degrees. Okay, plus your j sine 2 times 75 degrees. Okay, then we have closed the brackets. Okay, so you are supposed to expand, right? 3 squared evaluate to 9. Cos 2 times 75 degrees. Can you give me? What is the value? Cos 150, right? Am I right?
Yes, madam.
Okay, then we go to, sine 150. Okay, this is 2. Then use your calculator. Can you give me value? Okay, when you want to calculate this value cos 150, you need to make sure your calculator setting is in degree, not in radian. Okay? You want to key in cos 150. So make sure your calculator setting is in degree, not radian. Okay? So once you evaluate cos 150 times with your 9. Okay? So let's say you convert into your decimal number, say -7. Do you get this number?
Yes.
Okay. Then we do evaluation also for sine 150. You will get half, and then we times 9. Okay? Then we have 4.5. Okay. Vishnu, are you there?
Yes, madam.
Okay, do you have your calculator with you?
No,
You don't have it? Where are you now?
in the bus.
In the bus? Okay, never mind. Later on, you can find out. Just make sure when you want to revise, make sure you understand about what I'm saying just now, about how to make sure your calculator setting is degree or radian. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. We do for another example here. Second one, we have different z. This is our r. This is theta. Okay? Then this is our n. Okay, so z power 3. Okay, so we just apply the De Moivre's theorem. So state that we have 4. This one, yeah. This is this De Moivre's theorem. 4 to the power 3. Then we have cos. Okay, and it's 3 times 40 degrees plus j sine 3 times 40 degrees. Okay, then here we have 64 cos 120 plus j sine 120. So here we have, what's your answer, Sharulata? 64 times cos 120.
I got -32.
Okay, same, okay. Then another one.
Madam.
Yep. Yes. What do you want to ask, Vishnu?
So the answer is 23.42.
Hmm?
So the answer is 23.42.
No, 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 this is different one. This is in the complex answer, complex number answer.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, do you get the same here, Sharul Lata?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Okay, see here. Okay, so we are going to see the tutorial questions, the e-learning, right? Sorry, e-learning. Let me see here, e-learning. Questions here. Okay, this is the tutorial questions. I think number 1, 2, 3. This is has most of the topics we have seen similar problem. Let me see here, complex number. This is conjugates. So the De Moivre's theorem is number 15, right? Number 15. 16 also. Okay. Okay, so let's see number 16. Can you see question number 16 here?
Yes.
16. This question is on the De Moivre's theorem, but it gives us a different problem because we didn't know what is your r and theta, right? Do we know what is your r and theta?
No, we don't know.
We don't know. Okay, so but can we find the r and theta? Can we find r and theta? What do you think? Can we find r and theta here from this equation?
I'm not sure.
Means that your z is 1 plus j. Your z is your complex number here without power 6, but they ask us to find if it's to the power of 6 using Moivre's theorem. Yeah, we can find it. Okay, I will show you how. Okay, we can find r. Do you still remember how to find r? What is the formula for the radius?
Square root a power 2 plus b square.
Okay, something like this, right?
Yeah.
A is your x, your b is your y. Okay, so if we use this formula, that means we have 1 squared plus 1 squared, right? Right. Right?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Okay, but remember in your r, we didn't use I, yeah? Don't use I. Just that's the number. A is your x, B is your y. Okay, in other words, A is your number for real, B is your number for imaginary. So what is your R? Square root
1. Sorry, 2.
Square root 2. Okay, now we have R, right? Now, how to find theta? How to find theta?
By plotting the point, maybe.
Oh, plotting the point. Wait, yeah.
Or we have to use the 180 degree.
180? No, there is a formula to find theta. This morning class. Can you recall that? Remember? Inverse tangent? Do you remember that one?
Another one is negative, is it?
No negative. What I mean is a general formula for to find the argument or the theta. You still remember?
Oh, the B over A.
Yes, B over A, correct. Okay, so if we substitute here, okay, so that means we have inverse tangent. Your B is 1 over 1, right? So you have inverse tangent 1. So what is your theta? Inverse tangent 1. That's your unit. Let's say we want
45,
in degree.
45 degree.
45.
Yeah.
45 degrees. Okay, 45 degrees, what is the angle in radian? Okay, so remember just now, I have conversion. Pi radian is 180 degrees, right? So, if I want to convert degree to radian, okay, degree to radian, so I will times pi over 180. Okay, so that means 45 degrees is in degree, right? So if I want to express in terms of pi, so I will multiply by pi over 180. Can you simplify? What is the answer?
0.79.
Okay, can we have in pi as a fractions in the fraction form?
Okay, in fraction form.
Mm-mm. In fraction.
It's not turning into fraction actually.
No, no, no. Okay, what I mean is when you want to key in, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you want to convert, you just times this one. Just times. So you get the answer in radian. You will get pi over 4. Do you get that one? You just simplify 45 over 180. You will get fraction as 1 over 4.
Yes.
Okay. So in radian is pi over 4 radian. In degree it's 45 degrees.
Okay.
Okay, so that means 45 degrees is equal to pi over 4 radian. Okay, so either one you can choose theta as radian which is pi over 4, or you can use 45 degrees. Okay, so just now Vishnu said that we can plot the graph, right? So if we refer to the graph, right, for this number 16, so we have the point that lies in quadrant 1 because your x and y is positive. Okay, something like here lah, this point. Okay, so this is your x. So that means this is your angle that you have here, 45 degrees, or pi over 4 radian. Okay, so the angle is already in positive directions. Okay, positive direction means it is anti-clockwise rotation. Okay, so far do you have questions about radius and theta?
No, madam.
Okay, so now you can see here using De Moivre's theorem. So we can use this part. So our n is 6. This is our n. R and theta we have identified. Okay, so since you have two values, either one you want to use radian or 45 degrees, you just make sure if you want to use pi over 4, so your setting in the calculator should be radian. If you want to use 45 degrees, then your setting in your calculator should be degree. Okay, so for z power 6, here we have, okay, our r is square root 2. Okay, so we have square root 2 to the power of 6. Okay, times cos n theta, so 6. Okay, let's say I'm choosing degree. So I have 6 times 45 degrees. Okay, plus, let me choose here j lah. So plus j sine 6 times 45 degrees. Okay, then we have close brackets. Okay, can you simplify the numbers? You should evaluate first cos 6 times 45 degrees, and then you can multiply with this square root of 2 power 6. First one you get 0, I think, right?
Yes, madam. Second one is -8.
Okay, negative 8. So here we have minus 8j lah. So you just leave it in here lah. Okay. So let's see here. Okay, so we go through one by one in questions for the topics that we have done. We haven't finished yet because after the De Moivre's theorem, we have roots, okay, similar to De Moivre's, except that we have n into a fraction. Okay, let's go through. We are going to discuss how to do 1a here. see, discuss it. How to do 1A? Any idea?
We supposed to change the negative 100 into
I.
the form. Yes, the I form.
Okay. So that means square root negative 100 will be changed to 100i squared. Correct.
Yes.
Okay. So you get the idea. Okay. How about 1B?
We have to expand it first.
Okay, we have to expand. Okay, expand means the power of 2 here, you have to times out, right? Open the brackets, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's something like this. Okay, here need to expand, times out. So the other one, you just open the brackets, yeah. So we have negative 12 plus 8j. Okay, so here when we times up between these two brackets, 25 okay, negative 3j times negative 3j, so we have here as 9j power 2, right? But j power 2 is equal to negative 1, so that means here we have minus 9, correct? Okay,
Correct, madam.
then you can proceed here, continue for the remaining numbers, combine with numbers. The imaginary, you can combine with the imaginary. Okay, how about number 2? What number 2? Any idea?
Maybe number two we have to simplify it first.
How to simplify?
Expand and then just like how it in
Okay,
B.
so means that it is expand.
Yeah.
Expand, not simplify. You have to expand. Okay, so when you expand it, okay, that means this one have to times up. Power 2 means here you are multiplying with the same term. So then we have 1 minus 2j minus 2j plus 4j squared. So you can simplify. J squared is negative 1, so that means plus 4j squared will be minus 4. So 1 minus 4 is negative 3. We have negative 3 minus 4j. Okay, so That means your fraction will be equal to 1 over negative 3 minus 4j. Okay, do you have questions? How the fractions here change to the one here? Vishnu, do you have anything to ask here? Vishnu? Okay, Charolata, are you okay at this part?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we are going to do next?
As we did in the morning, we need to darab silang. It's not darab silang. We have to use
It's
the
not direct silang. It is time multiply with the
dominator.
conjugate of the
Half.
denominator. Okay, so what is
Yes.
the conjugate?
Negative 3 minus 4g.
Are you sure it's minus?
Negative 4g.
Sorry,
Oh,
negative.
sorry. Plus 4g.
Okay. Okay. Now okay, right? So you can proceed here, right? Okay, so you can proceed the remaining multiplications, right? Multiply with the conjugate of denominator. You okay?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Now, number 3. How to do number 3?
That's the one I don't understand.
We just compare. We do left hand side first lah. We do left hand side.
Okay.
Okay. We do left hand side. For A plus BJ remain the same thing lah, because it is unknown AB, right? Correct. It is unknown AB. Okay.
Yes.
So let me open this first. Okay, it's something that we start with left hand side first, and then you can compare with the one on the right hand side. Okay, but on the left hand side, it contains numerator and the denominator. Okay, so we look at the bahagian atas dulu. Okay, so for the one that contain A and B will be remain as A and B because it is unknown. But then we can do here. Okay, we can do that one. Okay, so we can write it down as here. Okay, 3z1, that means this z1 will be multiplied by 3 lah. So you can expand it first. So we have 15 plus 3j, right? After times with 3. Okay, and then the denominator will be have a minus bj. Same thing because a and b is unknown, right? But we can do here. So z2, this is our z2, it will be multiplied by 3. So we have here 6 minus 9j. 6 minus 9j. Now okay? Are you okay? Do you have anything to ask here?
No, madam.
Okay. Now, both at the numerator and the denominator, you can group according to real and the imaginary. Okay. So if you group, okay, so it's something like this. A plus 15 real, and then you can have something like this. A plus 15, which is real, and then B plus 3 is your imaginary part. Okay, so we can do for the denominator part also. Okay, so denominator A plus 6, right?
Yes, madam.
Okay, and then plus negative B minus 9. Okay, do you have anything to ask here?
No, madam.
Okay, the one at the denominator, you have several choice basically. Okay, depends on how you want to create how do you want to rationalize the sign. Okay, basically here, one choice is you can have plus in the bracket negative B minus 9. It will be equivalent lah, something like this. Or you can have something here minus B plus 9. Okay, now you see this part, yeah, these two. Is it equivalent with this one? Sorry, not this here. This is with your. Is it equivalent?
Yes.
Both equivalent.
No. The down one is not equivalent to the.
Are you sure? Because when we open the bracket, it's not minus.
It is minus.
So now, is it equal or not? Both are equal or not? When you
Equal.
equal, right? Okay. But which one is better in the way how to write it? Which one is better? Both are equal actually. Will be equal to this denominator or the imaginary. But which one is better?
Maybe the up one because we just straight away write it without changing anything.
Okay. The second one is better because like something like this, either we use something like this or you use something like this. For imaginary, I is your J. Okay. So actually you can do something like this. It is equal. It is equal, right?
Yes.
Okay. Or you can use something like this. Both are equal actually. Okay. Choose easy one so that you can identify the conjugate. Okay. You can identify the conjugate. So if the first or second one, the second one is better in terms of writing down in terms of conjugate. Okay. Because first one here got so many symbol, plus, minus, minus, right? So you have three symbols that you have to rationalize, but instead having second one, you just have two symbols, because here we didn't write down plus, it is already in simplest form. Instead using three kinds of signs, you can use two signs only using brackets. Okay, so did you get what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, so we choose second one lah, for better notations. So can write down here. Okay. Okay, so we have sort lah according to the real and then according to the imaginary, right? Okay, so can see these are fractions, right? So when we want to expand, okay, we want to change it, we are going to multiply with the conjugate of denominator, right? So when you want to multiply with conjugate of denominator, what is the term that we are going to multiply? What is the conjugate?
A minus 6. A plus 6 plus B plus 9.
Okay, so you expand everything. You expand everything. First bracket times with second bracket. Okay, that means numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Okay, and then you compare because your right hand side here, you compare. Compare means your real, compare your real for the left hand side, you are going to compare with the real part of your right hand side. Okay, on the right hand side, your real part is 0. Okay, for the later on you compare something macam ni. Your real left hand side, you akan compare dengan real part right hand side. Okay, so real left hand side ni from the one that you expand lah. Okay, so atas dengan bawah you have to simplify. Nanti you dapat left hand side lah. And then right hand side ni from here, you punya right hand side real part is 0. Okay, you dapat tak kenapa 0? Because we don't have real kan. Dekat sini on right hand side only imaginary saja.
I don't really get it. Which one is 0, madam?
Sini. Sini ada imaginary saja, nampak tak? Dalam circle merah.
Okay.
So real part tak ada, dia 0.
Okay.
Okay, so that means dia you punya ni kosong lah. So you akan compare real part dengan real part right hand side lah. Okay, which is real left hand side ni from what you expand, nanti you akan dapat the real part and then equal 0. Kenapa 0? Because you punya real part right hand side 0. Okay, and then imaginary. So imaginary pun you akan compare imaginary you left hand side, you akan compare imaginary right hand side. Okay, so you akan dapat left hand side nanti akan ada J something, and then right hand side you pun ada J. So right hand side kita punya imaginary adalah 2 sahaja. Okay, so nanti you akan compare dengan 2 saja. Because J dengan J is sama bahagian. Okay, so you need find out lah kat sini from your expansion. Okay, so later on you expand nanti tunjuk dekat saya how do you compare. Okay, any question?
No.
Okay, now let's see number 4. How to do number 4 ya? 4. It's a fraction kan? So what do you think? Because the
Can we use
sorry, what's that? Again?
the cos sine theta, the theorem?
No. You just use conjugate also. Because fraction kan?
Yeah.
Okay, so dia akan darab dengan conjugate. Where's the conjugate? Dia akan darab dengan conjugate. Where's the conjugate?
Cos theta plus j sine theta.
Okay, here lah. Okay, so you times out lah. Okay. Okay, now number 5. Okay, number 5 we got this one. Okay, this part. 1 plus j over 1 minus j. So the first fractions, what we are going to do here?
Times with the conjugate.
Which is
1 plus j.
over.
1 plus j.
That's right.
Sorry, 1. Correct. 1 plus j, right?
Yes. Okay, it's 1 plus j. Yeah. Okay, now what are we going to do at the middle one here?
Expand.
Expands. Okay, times out. Open the brackets. How about the last fraction?
We have to do darab silang.
Darab silang.
Or we just
times with the conjugate. Okay, so what is the conjugate for the last fraction?
1 minus j.
Yes. Okay, so that means times 1 minus j over 1 minus j. Okay, but there are 3 parts that you are supposed to do here. So you do one by one. Okay, for the first part. Okay, and then the middle one. Okay, and then the third one. Okay, and then you combine everything. Okay, now for 5b. Okay, 5b, you have 3 brackets, right? Okay, so we times out first. The first bracket times with second bracket. Okay, do it one by one lah. So once you times with the first 2 brackets, simplify first. After you simplify, then you proceed with the third brackets. Okay, so don't times up everything these 3 brackets on the same time. It's very complicated. So do it one by one. Times out first the first 2 brackets and then simplify. So after simplify, okay, you times with the third brackets. Okay, question, is there anything? Is there any part that you unclear? You can ask lah.
So far, no, madam. Madam, number 7. Have we studied it?
They just want to know what is AB. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, it's something like something like this, similar to the previous one. do the left hand side, right? You do the left hand side. Your z is your a plus bj, yeah. So to z, you do left hand side. Okay, so buat dulu sebelah kiri. So your z, okay, this z means conjugate, right?
Yes.
So kalau z is your a plus bj, so your conjugate means a minus bj. Okay, so bila kita masuk dekat sini, so kita ada like this one. Okay, z conjugate a minus bj. Okay, so this one you sort, real dengan real, imaginary with imaginary lah. So these 2 times a minus bj, you open the brackets lah. So you can combine. So here you have 3a. Okay, 3a kan, a plus 2a kan.
Yeah.
Okay, how about j? Dia dapat berapa? Z minus bj equals 1b minus 2b.
Yes, it's minus bj.
Okay, so this is you punya left hand side, ya. Okay, this is left hand side. Okay, so kita start tadi left hand side kan. So next you go to right hand side. Okay, see what we are supposed to do for right hand side. Are we going to times with the conjugate?
Yes.
Yes, okay. You can times with the conjugate. Okay. So right hand side, you can simplify. Okay, so this is right hand side kan. Okay, and then you compare lah left hand side. Okay, so you compare real dengan real. So real kita apa? Real left hand side compare with real right hand side.
Real is 3a and 6.
Okay, so you can solve for A, right?
Yes.
Okay, how about B?
Negative bj equals to 3i.
Okay, so so I just have negative B equal to 3 lah because J is equal to J kan?
Yes.
So you have B
Equals to negative 2.
So that's your answer.
Okay.
Let me send the picture first, yeah. Okay, how about number 8? We just use a formula, right? Number 8.
Yes.
Okay, so first one is a modulus. Modulus Z is your formula that is equal to R radius. So this is the first question, R. So you can find out lah. So you will get square root 10. Your modulus Z is square root 10. Okay, and then find the polar form. Okay, polar form either you have answer in the coordinate as r theta, or else you can use Z equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay, that is a polar form. Okay, number 9. Express complex number in polar form. Okay, for 9a, what we are going to do here for 9a?
Times with the conjugate.
Okay, times with the conjugate. After that,
Simplify until we get real and imaginary.
okay, that is complex number. So after that,
We get, we find the radius,
radius, and then
theta, and then we write it into polar form.
yes, correct. Okay, good. Okay, so do it similarly for b. Okay, b. Do you know what is conjugate for b, 9b?
1 minus square root 3j.
Yes, correct. Okay. Okay, number 10. Given that, okay, so it's similar for number 10. So we have complex number here. Okay. But this one. Okay, exponential here I haven't teach, which is next class. I'm going to explain exponential form in terms of RE something. But you can do lah. Okay, you can see in the notes. Okay, but this one number 10 I'm going to explain later. Okay, 11 also something which is unknown. You sort accordingly, expand the right hand side because on the left nothing to do. On the right hand side you open the bracket and then you sort based on real and imaginary. After that you can compare. Okay. Okay, so I think after this you can start solve lah. Question number 1 until number 11. Except number 10. So this number 10 we can see next lah. Okay. And any questions? I think I'm going to uh, uh, to end now because I will let you to solve it. Start solve the question.
So far, no question.
Okay. There is a error with the video that we have last Saturday. So I need to upload the video in the drive, but there is an issues with the drive. Okay, so I will update once the video is okay, because just now there is an error with the video that I have compressed. Okay, so I cannot upload it. So let me check the error. Okay.